Hello everybody, my name is Amanda Zito, and we're on the Magruder! As most of you probably know by now, I host Rocky Mountain Roll on my family's property last weekend of July, and I'm on my way there. Like normal, I can't get out of Portland before noon, so I left Portland at noon and I hauled butt to Idaho. I meant to get to Elk City, but I ended up in Kamei at about 10:30 and I set up my tent in the city park. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing to report for the rest of that ride. Like, I just hauled butt down the freeway. Nothing interesting happened. Pro tip, if you can't afford a hotel and you get to Kamei and can't make it the rest of the way to Montana, the Kamei City Park is free to camp at or park your RV at. If you have an RV, that's like the most ideal situation because you can just pull into a spot and set up and you're fine. Tent is not as ideal. The like little bit of grass that is like nice enough to set up a tent on is right next to the sprinklers. So the sprinklers go from like midnight to 4 a.m. So like every 45 minutes or so, I woke up because of like the water hitting my tent. That wasn't awesome. The other not awesome thing about that spot is that there's a factory right next door and they go all night. I left Kamei at about 9:30 and I got to Elk City at about 11. The road leading into Elk City feels like it goes on forever. It's super windy and it was super beautiful. It reminded me a lot of Highway 12, like Lolo Pass going to actual Lolo, except a little bit more narrow and the speed limit is way lower. Gas in Elk City wasn't actually that bad. I think it was like $3.20 per gallon or something like that. They just have regular, there's no premium or anything. The gals inside were super nice. It looks like they have like some kind of deli thing going on there. They have ice cream and stuff. Rolling through Elk City was super neat, especially having ridden that windy road to get into Elk City. You're just like, what kind of mentality do these people have to like live here? I have a lot of questions. Like, I want to know what keeps them afloat. It can't just be tourism, can it? I don't know. I have lots of questions. I don't have any questions about like why you would want to live there because like I definitely understand like wanting to live in the middle of nowhere where a lot of people can't get at you. But I have a lot of questions about like what they do for money. Income questions. A lot of income questions because I want to do it. There was a sign at the beginning of the Magruder Corridor that said that it was 115 miles or something like that, and that you were required to have an axe and a bucket and a shovel at all times. And I don't have any of those. It's really beautiful and I haven't even gotten that far. It has officially been 1 year since I broke my wrist on the low motorway. So what am I doing? I'm riding the Magruder Corridor. It's no big deal. By all reports, it's supposed to be easier. I will let you know what my verdict is at the end. So far, definitely easier. It's just a super chill Forest Service road. There isn't even as many potholes on this Forest Service road as there are on the Forest Service roads in the Tillamook. Like... I'm a little bit further into it now, and I still think that it's easier than the low motorway. It definitely got a little bit rockier after that first 25 miles or so. The weather has been kind of off and on, so one minute it's really warm and the next minute it's cloudy and it's trying to spittle on me. So I made the executive decision to skip Burt Knob Lookout. I'm kind of bummed about it, but at the same time, I don't want to get stuck up there if it decides to storm, so meh. It definitely got a bit rockier after Burt Knob for sure. It's like 3 o'clock right now. I think I have 2.5 more hours to go or something like that. The Montana-Idaho border is right there. Shortly before you hit the Montana border, the road turns back into pavement, which I was not expecting, because I think that there's still like 30 some miles to Darby from here. The awesome thing about the Magruder Corridor, especially once you get up to the top, like that high line or whatever, it's just like view after view because you're riding a ridge line, and that was incredible. It was very distracting, but it was incredible. The downside is that like you're getting the best views during like the most difficult section, in my opinion, like not counting any of the roads up to lookouts, just talking about the corridor itself. It was also a lot busier than the low motorway was. Like I saw a lot of trucks and a lot of bikes and a lot of four-wheelers and a lot of side-by-sides. So many side-by-sides. Pay attention, don't haul butt because you don't know who's coming around the corner. And those people are also not paying attention and hauling butt. So me as the little person on a bike needs to ride very defensively just so that we don't get pushed off the side of the road into a ravine. It's good not to die. Bring more water than I did. I had 2 liters and I really could have used 3 liters. But yeah, it's totally doable in one day. I mean, like I could totally see like wanting to like chill and hang out and appreciate the scenery and camp somewhere, but I think one day is plenty. I still am gonna rate the views from the low motorway higher than Magruder, just because there were a bunch more times like on the low motorway where I turned around a corner and it was just like a vast like expanse view, and it was amazing and breathtaking. And I don't know if it's just because I was super fresh then or what. That's just my opinion. Idaho and your flies. Oh no. It's piddling again. Stop it! That was unexpected. Idaho flies! Tell me how far I have to go to get home.